Hygienic, ingenious supplies.
Spikes! Still back. One more time. Last episode of the Vynnset Gauntlet here.
Yep.
Eliot, Jay.
Yeah.
The last defender, challenger, whatever, is Dash. This is a mechanologist hero, Dash Young. And the only text that the hero has for her ability is that I get to start with a mechanologist item with cost 2 or less in the arena.
I wonder which you will choose.
It turns out that's actually pretty good because I get to choose this little number.
Reverse Carrion Husk.
Yeah, this is Techlo Pounder, which says it enters with 3 steam counters, and then when it has none, like every other item that interacts with steam counters, I would destroy it. But once per turn, when I boost, it's going to give, I'm going to remove a steam counter, and it's going to give the attack that I boost +2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 6 total.
I hate it.
Kind of the reverse carrion husk, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
My weapon is this rusty blade that I found in a dumpster, Talishar the Lost Prince, because it's just better than every other mech weapon currently. Help.
Help is coming.
Yeah.
Help is coming.
We were talking about that. Yeah, the next set has some mech stuff. Hopefully, we can replace this stupid rusty stored. Stored? I don't know. Anyway, on my head I've got my goggle-de-goos, my Visiortronic Model I. They have Arcane Barrier 2. Maybe relevant. Probably not. 2, not. But mainly they're going to be for setting up my maximum velocity turn. So they say action, destroy them. Whenever I boost, draw a card, then put a card from my hand on top of my deck. Techlo Foundry Heart on my chest. Once per turn, I can pay a resource, banish the top 2 cards, gain a resource for every mech card. Spoiler, it is 40 mech cards.
Perfect.
And then it also blocks for 3. 2 and then 1 with Battle Worn. It's the name of the movie, Goliath Gauntlet. I'm going to try to give my max velocity +2 because, 12 wasn't enough or whatever it's attacking for, 10. So now we got to make it 12 or 12, 14. I don't remember, but it's going to be +2. And then Achilles Accelerators on my toesies. These ones have Arcane Barrier 1. That should be relevant until I break them, because when I break them, I gain an action point. And I can only do that if I've boosted this turn. So sometimes, if you need to get in with the Talishar attack or something at the end of a chain, you break those.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's my game plan.
Great.
Vroom, vroom.
And my name is Jay. Hello. Thanks again for having me.
Anytime.
Zen State Fab on YouTube if you want to check me out. I am once again bringing young Vynnset to the table. I would bring old Vynnset if I could.
Why you, NG? Like
Sure.
a rapper?
Yeah.
Young Vynnset.
She could be a rapper. Just need to put some sunglasses on. I don't know.
That's the next.
Yeah, right. She's going to evolve. So at the start of my turn, I get to banish a card from hand. Hopefully that's a Rune Gate card. It will make me a Rune Chant token, which gets me closer to Rune Gating that card out. I have Flail of Agony. Well, I should talk about the second ability that she has before I do.
You can.
If I play a shadow non-attack action, I can choose to take a damage to guarantee a hit with one of my Rune Chants. Flail of Agony.
Flail of Agony.
It's a pirate weapon,
Oh.
but I can play it in Rune Blade here. So my Flail of Agony is a Vynnset special dispensation. So I can talk now. And once per turn action, I can choose to take a damage if I want to swing with it, and then I attack with it.
Whoa.
It deals 1.
Whoa.
If you choose not to block it.
Yeah.
And then it makes me a Rune Chant token.
Crazy.
If it hits. Grimoire might come up. I haven't actually swung or used either of these things all day. They're there and they look pretty. So this one I can pay 1, banish it to create an Eloquence token, give my reduced to Rune Chant essentially. Nope, that's the wrong card. Give my Read the Runes, go again.
Yeah.
But it kills me over time. I finally get to play Crown of Providence because Eliot let me win the die roll. That's not true. I actually did.
Yeah, he won it of his own volition.
I did.
Hard work.
Absolutely,
Sweat,
it's about time. So I get to play Crown of Providence. It blocks for 2. It's great. It allows me to fix my hand, which can be relevant, as we saw in game 2. I chose to bring Dyadic, so I'm not countering your reverse Carrion Husk with Carrion Husk because it's a little bit too much of a liability. Carapace does block for 3, so it's about half of Husk. So one way to think about it is if you're going to be taking damage from Husk, it stops being good. Vexing Quillhand. The emergency came early in the last game, so if you haven't seen that one, watch it. It's scary. So I can break this to create 2 rune chant tokens, which often opens up the floodgates. Rune gates. Floodgates, rune gates, I don't know. So that I can hit you hard with arcane and stuff.
Yeah.
Spellbound Creepers. I can pay 1, put a bind counter on it to play a non-attack action card at instant speeds, which can restore my action point, allow me to go 2 wide potentially. We shall see.
All right. And yeah, like you said, you won the die roll this time. So please.
Thank you, sir.
Après-vous.
I'm going to banish this Envelop in Darkness to Vynnset's ability, which will make me a rune chant token.
Okay. Not a rune gate card, so I like that so far, I think.
Yeah, that's why I feel sadness. I will play this Read the Runes, go to 4 rune chants, and then I will move to Arsenal.
Okay.
I will put this card in Arsenal.
I don't have much to do. A couple of things to do. So the first one is this zipper hit.
Okay.
It is a blue zipper hit, so it's just an attack for 3. It costs 1, so I will pitch this yellow high-speed impact.
Okay.
So 1 floating boost, so I will banish the top. It is a red 0 to 60, which is a Mechanologist card, so this will have go again, and I will remove the steam counter. It will be for 5.
For 5 with the go again.
Yes.
I will block for 2, and I will use my Crown's Lovely ability to try and fix my terrible hand.
I think you mean for 4, but yes.
Well, I don't know what I said, but I will block for 4,
yes.
and then I will sink my arsenal.
Okay. Please take 1.
I will take 1, thank you.
My next trick is this hyperdriver.
Okay.
Yeah, so that breaks the combat chain, I guess, because it's an item. It enters with 3 steam counters as well, and when I boost a card, I can remove a steam counter from it to gain a resource. And then I will arsenal this last card, because the item does not have go again.
Okay.
Okay.
So at the beginning of my turn, I will banish this Deathly Wail to Vynnset's ability. I will go to 5 rune chants. It's a blue Deathly Wail. I will play this Mavrian Skies.
That's a good one.
It is red. We'll give my next thing go again on hit 3 rune chants. I will follow it up with this blue Deathly Wail. Surprise, surprise.
Surprised.
5 and 4 with go again. If it hits, I make 3 rune chants.
And then what is the combat chain closing?
This one is the one that makes me rune chants. So if you take any damage from the rune chants or otherwise, when I close the chain, I will make 1 rune chant token.
So this is currently 9.
4, 9.
It's my turn to be a greedy little goblin, Jay.
I was gonna say it's my. I'm pretty sure it's my turn.
It is your turn.
But you can be a goblin.
It is my opportunity
Okay.
to be a greedy little goblin.
Oh.
I'm going to take 9.
Wow. Okay, you are being a greedy little goblin.
So I will go to 11.
Excellent. On hit, I will make 3 rune chants. I'm quite happy about that. This does have go again, so I must reflect.
You may.
Okay, I will break the chain,
Okay.
which will make me a 4th rune chant.
That's scary for me.
And then I will play Read the Runes, which will make me 3 more rune chants.
Whoa.
The dice doesn't go that high.
It does not. 7.
43 rune chants.
Oh my goodness.
And then I will move to Arsenal.
Okay.
Over to you.
All right. Well, it is. I guess it's time to see why I was being a greedy little goblin, isn't it?
Yep, it is indeed.
First things first. I've got a yellow 0 to 60 from my arsenal.
Okay.
I will boost that.
Yes.
So Teklo core down. It will have go again. I will remove the steam counter from my Teklo pounder to give it +2. So it will be an attack for 5. And I will remove a steam counter from my hyperdriver to have a resource floating.
That surely can't deal over 19 in 1 turn, right?
Surely.
I will say no blocks because I have a sneaking suspicion with 4 cards in hand that you might be following this up with something else.
Crazy. Crazy that you think that.
For now, I'll take 5.
Okay. I'd like to follow that up
Oh, okay.
with this zipper hit.
I thought you were just going to pass.
No. I will boost this zipper hit with another zipper hit. Wow. So this is also an attack for 5.
Greedy little god. We don't need to play more than 3 rounds, right? Or like 3 turns?
No, definitely not.
Well, I'll take 5.
Oh, God. I have a third card that I'd like to play.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it is a blue T-Bone.
Oh, Tobias Bone?
Yeah, so Tobias coming in here. If I control a card on the combo chain that was boosted, which I do, you must defend T-Bone with an equipment you control, if able.
This is for 1?
It is for 1.
I'm going to give you creepers.
Okay.
It might be incorrect, but...
You may.
will.
It is your choice.
Okay.
Then I'm going to come in with this Talishar,
Okay.
the Lost Prince, pitching this other Tobias Bone.
Sure.
So I have a resource floating because this is a blue Tobias Bone. This will have a rust counter on it.
Yep.
And it is an attack for 4.
I will block 4.
Seems good. As an instant, I'm going to destroy my Achilles accelerators to gain an action point.
I see.
Yes, because this did not have go again.
Correct.
Okay, so then I'd like to break the combat chain
Sure.
to use this resource to activate my Teklo Foundry Heart. So I will banish the top 2. There's a Spark of Genius and a Tobias Bone, so I will have 2 resources floating.
Okay.
I would like to break this Goliath Gauntlet
Okay.
and play this maximum velocity for 12.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think so. I told you, I was a greedy little goblin.
So I can't just let this hit.
Well, you can, but then you would be very dead.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. I was trying to be a greedy little goblin.
Well, notably, I broke my arcane barrier.
That's true.
So it can't be great for me.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
I will be blocking for 6.
Okay. Please take 6.
I want you to appreciate.
The things that you are blocking with.
Yeah.
I will.
I will take 6 to 3. Oh.
Okay. I will draw 4 cards.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thanks.
I have a singular card in hand. It is a widespread destruction, so I will banish that to Vynnset. Go to 8 rune chance.
Yes.
I could force you to 1 if I broke Quill Hand. I'm just going to go ahead and swing in with the widespread destruction. So this is for 8 rune chance and 6.
Uh-huh. And it is the yellow one, so it is my arsenal.
Which
if
you
it
do
hits
not
me.
have, yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yep.
The 8 rune chance after I just broke my Achilles accelerator, not as good.
Not as good.
Not as
You
good.
could pitch 2 for each.
Yikes. I won't.
Okay. Weird choice, but
I mean, I guess, like, maybe I have to not die.
well, I guess it depends on your hand.
I'm taking 8
Okay.
from the rune chance.
Sure.
Down to 3.
Yeah. It's a good place to be. Welcome.
Is it? Then I would like to block this attack.
Okay.
It is for 6, so I would like to block it for 5.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to take 1.
Okay, please do.
I'm at 2.
All right. I will pass over to you. I have no blood to take. No blood.
No
No
blood.
blood and no blood debt
Okay.
either. So just out of blood.
Out of blood completely, entirely.
Empty.
Gross. Yeah, you being out of blood is good for me in a weird way because I need to hope that you cannot make rune chance, even though I see a Vex in Quill Hand. So I think my being a greedy little goblin did not work out.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see. I'm going to attack you with this blue high-speed impact. Unfortunately, it's a blue one. Pitching this Teklo Pounder. So I will have 2 resources floating. I will boost the blue high-speed impact with this magnetic shockwave, so it will have go again. I will add a resource from the Hyperdriver, back up to 3, and it will get +2 from the Teklo Pounder, so it will be an attack for 4, and then the Teklo Pounder will die.
Good riddance. You have 1 card left in hand.
Yes.
You have lots of resources floating.
Yes.
This is for 4 with go again.
Yes.
I will say no blocks and move to reactions.
You may. I've been reduced.
To a singular rune chant, which I will make.
Tough. I'd like to use a resource
Okay.
to unfortunately attack with another blue attack.
Oh.
A blue zipper hit for 3.
Okay. I have a decision to make.
Oh, yes, sorry. It does have boost. That's an important part here.
Oh, yeah.
T-bone down. Does have go again.
Oh, no. I would love to block with this deathly well.
I could tell that you would really like to do that. Luckily, you reminded me to boost that, so it has go again. So I'll put a rust counter and attack you with this rusty shiv once more.
I would love to block with this pummel and take 2 to 1.
Oh, that's so good for me because this is just me dead, right?
This is just you dead. If I have one more point of health,
wow,
it is just you dead.
Wow.
Or if I'm able to keep this in hand. So even like a rune chant,
yeah,
you're dead.
Yeah.
A lot of things, this is a 3 block, you're dead.
Potentially being a greedy goblin worked out for me in this situation. We'll find out, I guess. I'm moving to the end of my turn.
Okay.
Friend Jay.
Well, friend Eliot, guess what? I don't have anything to do on my turn.
Okay.
So I will simply draw up and pass over to you.
Okay, that's really good for me.
It is. Yep.
I very much would like to know what is in your arsenal at the end of this, for sure. But, so let's see here. I'm going to start things off with a blue, once again, 0 to 60.
Okay.
I will boost that.
Boost away.
With this BIOS update. So it will have go again, and it is an attack for 2. I boosted it, so I get a resource from my Steam counter on this hyperdriver.
I would like to block for 2, please.
You may.
Thank you.
I've got Tobias. Good friend, Tobias Bone.
Okay.
Boost. So you must defend with an equipment you control if able, and it is another attack for 2.
This will block for 0, and I will also block for 3 as to not die.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, how about a Pulse Wave Harpoon?
Sure.
Additionally boosted with this Teklo core, so it will have go again, and you reveal X from your hand, where X is the number of times I've boosted this combat chain. And then I get to add a thing to the chain link. Oh, they're both 3s. So this one.
Okay.
You may block with this.
I may also block with this.
Oh, interesting.
As to not die.
This had boost.
Yep.
Which means that I'm going to add the 3rd counter to my rusty shiv and attack you for 4.
Let's not get too crazy here.
Okay.
I will take 4.
Okay. When I move to my end phase, this is going to get destroyed because there's 3 rust counters on it.
I'm winning.
Yeah. Oh, but
I died.
Good game. Greedy goblin friends. You know, at least we're bonded in this moment. Like that.
Yeah. No, I think that was just a very unfortunate time to draw. Like, I do think Reduced to Rune Chain is very good. Oftentimes, like, Deathly Wail is kind of your savior in this, because then you get to end your turn with a rune gate with a rune chant, and that allows you to play this for free, sort of thing. So the fact that I had to pay for this kind of turns 2 cards into 2 blocks, which is very unfortunate.
Right.
So I was forced to take too much damage there, and I just needed to flail.
Yeah.
You don't strictly die because you can just give me a whole bunch of cards, but that's bad for you.
I guess, yeah. I guess I could. Well, yeah. This only had the 1 battle worn counter on it as well, right? So I guess this blocks the flail. I have to pay 2 for at least 2 of the rune chants, right? Because you would have had 3 if you break the quill hand.
It takes like at least 3 cards from your hand, I guess.
Yeah.
If not all 4.
Well, if you learned anything today, it is be a greedy goblin because it always pays off.
Every time.
Unless you're Jay. Did you want to talk a little bit about your sideboard?
Yeah, why not?
You mentioned, because Blitz is a little different than it was the last time we filmed the Gauntlet.
It's very interesting, yeah. So, I mean, we'll post the deck link so you can deck list, deck link. I don't know how that works, but we'll post something that allows you to see the deck, right?
Definitely.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most likely a link to the list.
Great. So both a link and a list. So my game plan here, and I've been playing a lot of Vynnset, and so Crown actually did very much come in clutch because I once again was staring at a card of nothing but non-attack actions.
Oh, really?
I think it was turn 1, like my turn 1 or something. So Crown did allow me to sink my arsenal, and draw into a blue Deathly Wail, I believe it was.
Nice.
So it did allow me to have a turn, which was nice. But blue Deathly Wail, not the most impactful card. So anyways, my sideboard tech, other than like the 3 chess pieces, you could run Tessin. Tessin's really, really interesting. Grimoire does come up once in a while and it's free, so I do play it. But beyond that, Ebonfold, Crown of Providence, you can take a look at the list. But the most important or interesting thing is now that we can have physical cards in our sideboard. What I've settled on for now, I do have Art of War, which is sort of an experiment. People don't think Art of War is good in Vynnset, and I sort of agree. But at the same time, I don't think... Sometimes I run in... Like, Vynnset really wants to go too wide. Like, if you can go too wide and pressure, like you saw that first game was very dominant because I was able to pressure like 20-something.
Yeah.
And in Blitz, like you did as well, if you're able to pressure over the starting life total in a turn, turns out it's pretty good.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, like your opponent's probably going to take a couple points of damage and
a few.
So my thoughts on Art of War, it does become a little bit awkward, but it actually feels, this deck, it probably feels the best on your opponent's turn. Not the best. That was a weird way to phrase it. When you're
I get what you're saying, though.
When you're
like
playing
you
Art of War, you don't really want to play it on your opponent's turn. You want to play it on your turn so that you get like, for Ninja, it's obvious you get a +1 on everything. In this doesn't feel that bad on your opponent turn. It allows you to block, which Vynnset doesn't mind doing. So it turns all of her blocks to 4 blocks potentially, or 3 blocks if you have awkward hand. And it allows you to set up your banish zone, which feels okay. So it feels good on your opponent's turn. My thought, if I am playing it out on my turn, is it does allow me to, if I only have 1 Rune Gate card, or if I'm only able to like get 1 in from Vynnset's ability, it can allow me to get a second, and it allows me to give my first attack action go again.
Right.
So it does facilitate that 2-wide game plan. The issue is, how are you going to create rune chants after your first attack in order to come out with the second one?
Right.
So that can be like Deathly Wail can facilitate that, maybe Vexing if you're in a bind. So it's an experiment right now. Do I think it's like game-breaking piece in Vynnset? No. Most of the time, I think you want to run Reduced to Rune Chant, just because in that instance, it was quite awkward. But most of the time, it's a 0 for 5.
Yeah.
Like with the 4 block, and it makes your Rune Chant, which is pretty good value, turns out. My 5th piece. So these are essentially I have a 38 card main board with all of the Rune Gate cards in it, and this is my I choose 2 of these to go in depending on the matchup. If I'm running Tunic, Art of War feels a lot better too, because it can actually pay for that 1 cost on your opponent's turn or on your turn, which makes it feel better. You don't lose that card to pitch. But again, like Reduce, in terms of just like straight value, probably the best card.
This is like the one you found you bring in like the most kind of thing? Or?
Yeah. Okay. Art of War, again, experiment. But if I'm running Tunic, if I think the game's going to run a little bit longer, Art of War becomes better if you're running Tunic. And it's just like, it's got some fun interactions.
Well, yeah, right. It operates on a similar axis to Chain in that metric where you kind of have a second hand with the banish zone. So yeah, I can see Art of War. I can see why you would be wanting to try it for sure. And it's kind of free to try it in this spot, like you're saying, right? Because of the new rules, nobody's playing 17 equipments, right? There's just like not enough.
Yeah.
So
yeah, people, you would just run Gambler's Gloves because you had the available slot, and like maybe you'll run into a KO.
Yeah.
So
this is way cooler.
I think it opens up a lot of like, I'm really excited about the new Blitz rules, because people in Blitz, like it can be a swingy thing. Like we both experienced this. Like I had a crazy first game, you had a crazy second game, and fourth game and third game, I guess. But you can just roll hot, right?
Yeah.
And this just allows you to kind of like play around some things. In Wizard, for example, maybe I just want to bring in a blue and an Art of War or something like that. Or Art of War is also, they're yellow, so can be relevant into Wizard, but because then they don't actually not block.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for the insight. If again, Zen State Fab on YouTube, if you want to hit him up. You mentioned you're giving this away.
I'm giving this all. Well? I'm giving. So we're working through my case of Dusk Till Dawn. By the time this airs, probably worked through it, but I am giving away these altars, and I'm always doing giveaways on the channel, so check that out. I have done a lot of like Vynnset deck tech and testing on the channel as well, because I'm very, very excited about Vynnset. So if you are interested in trying Vynnset, you might want to check that out. But I hope you learned something from this as well, because it's a very, very fun hero. Yeah. She's an interesting puzzle.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Always cool to see new stuff too, obviously,
Absolutely.
right? So thank you for joining us for this rendition of the Goliath Gauntlet, and we will see you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Spike Feeders on YouTube. Before you close the window, make sure you click subscribe for more great Flesh and Blood content.